Earlier, we learned that Sky was with Bob, Ellie was with Shane, and April was with Trent. But this started a serious fight that shattered their friendship. In this episode, we'll reveal what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe to hear more stories like this. The next day, the girls went out on dates with their men all over the city. But while Ellie was out with Shane and Sky was with Bob at different spots, all they could think about was what April and Trent might be up to on their dreaming date. It was pretty clear the girls weren't really paying attention, and their dates weren't going smoothly because of it. But what really crushed their day was when Ellie opened her phone and instantly stumbled on April and Trent's posts blowing up timelines, trending, going viral. Over 80,000 likes and 7,000 comments in less than 2 hours. The couple looked super happy, all smiles and having a blast. Jesus Christ, Ella's stomach dropped. She almost couldn't feel her hands. "Excuse me," she said as she got up from her seat and rushed to the bathroom to call Sky. "Girl, check April's photos on your damn Instagram," she yelled into the phone. When Sky looked, she saw the viral photos and totally lost it right then and there. Everything just went downhill from there. They suddenly weren't interested in their dates anymore and just wanted to get back to their hotel like right there. Things got even worse for Ellie. She tried to pay the bartender and her credit card was found missing. She immediately suspected Shane because he kind of looked like a pickpocket anyway, and she figured he might have snatched her credit card when she ran to the bathroom to call Sky. This trip was supposed to be planned out. Sky paying for flights, Ellie covering food and drinks, and April handling the hotel. But now, after Ellie told Sky her credit card was missing, she and Sky then told April she'd have to chip in extra cash for meals and drinks in Vegas, and Ellie promised that she'd pay her back when they got back to Chicago. "Why me?" April asked. "Why can't it be Sky? Or why can't we both split it?" Ellie just snapped back. "Because, girl, you're the only one here who doesn't pay a goddamn rent." April took the hit and agreed to pay, but she noticed they'd been acting cold toward her, and she couldn't figure out why. Until the night before they left, she asked what was up. Ellie told her that she and Sky had both had bad luck with their dates and ended things before they even started. They basically suggested April should do the same. Drop Trent so everything stays chill. Plus, only Trent was local to Chicago, and having him around, visiting every now and then, might remind them of how crappy Shane and Bob were. April wasn't totally sure, but she figured she didn't really have a choice, and she didn't want to burn bridges with her friends. So she ended things with Trent. When she got back to Chicago 2 weeks later, she had to leave work early on a particular day because of some disturbing news from Kansas. Turned out her parents needed surgery to keep them alive, and it was going to cost around $250,000, no negotiating. Her whole world just went numb. Her heart was pounding. She had no clue how she was going to come up with that kind of money and couldn't stand the thought of losing her parents. She felt like crying and struggled to focus while driving home. When she got to their apartment, she saw a strange car parked outside. When she opened the door, she found Ellie with Trent, both totally naked and in the middle of it. "What the hell?" April exploded. She lunged at them, perhaps to rip them apart, but Ellie jumped to her feet and fired back with a fiery slap that sent April back to the direction she was coming from. "Get the fuck out of here, fucking bitch!" Ellie yelled with all her nerves. April was marched out through the door, her soul crushed, broken, betrayed, and crying on her knees. Bags, clothes, shoes, and accessories belonging to April were tossed out of the apartment. Ellie barely had any clothes on as she helped April out to the front porch. April, feeling helpless, kept crying nonstop while Ellie looked furious and unkind. April sank to her knees, tears streaming down her face, and started gathering her belongings. She packed everything into her car's trunk, slammed the lid shut, and got behind the wheel. She tried calling a few nearby hotels, but they all turned her away because her credit card was maxed out. Meanwhile, Ellie, in her cold-hearted way, had refused to pay back the $20,000 she owed her from their Vegas trip.